Daniel Ventura here with the Inspired Mind. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to set goals, right? So, in my other videos, I talked about being a goal achiever versus just being a goal setter, right? In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to set goals for yourself. Now, there's this simple formula, right? It's called a SMART goal, and it's really, really simple. Each letter has a meaning to each one. So for the word SMART, SMART, the S would be specific. So if you're going to set your goal for yourself, and it doesn't matter what that goal is going to be, right? It would be, you would write it specifically. So let's say if you want to, release some weight. If you want to, lose, or yeah, release. I don't want to say lose, because anytime you lose something, you end up finding it, right? So release 10 pounds, right? If you want to go ahead and do that, then you go ahead and write down, lose 10 pounds by exercise, right? Or by diet, right? That's being specific. And then the next one is M. Is it measurable, right? Can you measure that? Yes, you can. If it's going to be to release 10 pounds, you can jump on the scale, right? So just think of that. It doesn't matter what category it's in. If it's in relationship, health, wealth, as long as it's measurable, then you can, then that way you can go ahead and measure it, right? And then A is attainable, right? So let's say I put on there that I want to be an astronaut. Is that attainable? Really? You got to really think, is it attainable? Probably not. I'm probably too old for that, and there's probably some requirements that I have to go through to be able to pass the medical and I guess physical, right, for me to be an astronaut, right? And then R. So there's different meanings for the R, right? If you Google it, for the R, I'm gonna use the word risk. What are you willing to risk? Right? So let's say again, release 10 pounds by exercising. What are you willing to risk? Are you willing to, run and put yourself through that, the pain, right? Because a lot of times, if you don't run, right, or if you're not in the habit of running, there is going to be some pain, right? That's the risk, right? Like myself, I put myself through some risk where, I didn't run for a very for a certain amount of length, and here I am running an 8 mile run, and I put my body at risk. I was in pain, right? In fact, before that, because it was an 8 mile run, the Great Aloha Run, 2 days prior to that, I've never run anything past 4 miles. So I figure, hey, let me see if I can go and run, as far as I could. And I did it. I ran 7 miles, and I was in a lot of pain, right? So really think about the risk that you're willing to put yourself, right? Maybe it's getting that relationship that you want, right? The risk is putting yourself out there, right? The risk is putting yourself out there to speak to people, right? And then T would be your timetable. So if I wanted to release 10 pounds, what would be the timetable for that? 30 days. 30 days is actually a good length amount of time. That way you can, you're not just like going full blown and stop eating, and because that's unhealthy, right? So you want to make sure that you do it in a way where it's safe, right? So if I said lose 10 pounds in 2 days, is it possible? Yes. However, is it safe, right? Probably not. That's a risk that you don't want to be putting yourself at. So anyways, that is the SMART goal. Use that to set your goals and become a goal achiever. All right, because we can get good at setting goals. We want to get great at achieving those goals. Anyways, you have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next video.